Hey dolls and friends, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michon and I do weekly DIYs and hauls. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. Today I'm going to be talking about the Cricut Joy and how easy it is to use this machine. A lot of you put in the comments below that you have a couple or one Cricut machine and that you're kind of intimidated taking it out of the box. So this video is dedicated to you all to show you how easy it is to use your Cricut Joy or any other Cricut machine that you have. So I do hope you guys do enjoy this. I have a range of different projects for you guys. Anything that you can make for home decor or even things that you may want to gift to people. It is graduation season, so gifting people graduation gifts as well as maybe... Alright dolls, let's jump in the video.
For our first easy project, we're going to be using vinyl, making this a double tag sign. So from a Dollar General, I had two of these Valentine's Day signs, and now I'm just going to paint over them with my hazelnut chalk paint from Waverly. We're going to let that dry for a little bit. Now we're going to head to the Cricut Joy app. So when you log in, there's a few different options. We're going to go to vinyl stickers and decals and just start designing. You get to pick your design orientation. I'm going to go ahead and choose landscape for this. Then when you go into the space to design your art, you just go down to like that balloon button. It looks like a balloon. That's where all the images are. And then you just search image, and I just put in Farmhouse and chose my favorite phrase, which was bless this farmhouse. And then I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger so it can fit on my tag, because this is a small area that I'm working with, so I'm able to make it a little bit bigger. And then I just finish that up, press next. Then you just select the material that you're using. In this case, I'm using some smart vinyl. And the great thing about smart vinyl is that you don't need a mat. Now in my case, my vinyl was off of the paper thing that it comes on the back for smart vinyl, so I had to choose my option that was with a mat, or on the mat, so that way my vinyl would get cut on top of the mat and it won't tear up any of my machine surface. And then since the Joy is Bluetooth enabled, you just connect it to your phone. I find the easiest way to do some of these cuts with the Joy is directly from my phone. And then once you're done with that, it just gives you the prompts on cutting it. You just load the mat into the machine and then it cuts, and voila, you've got a nice phrase or picture, whatever you decided to cut out. So now that we're done with that, then we just go to the tag signs that are dry and just put our phrase on there using our Cricut transfer tape. And you just place it on your surface where you want. This is how I'm placing my phrase and my image of this windmill. And I really do love how this turned out. I just hot glued the two tag signs together at like an adjacent catty corner, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm roping some twine through the top of my tags so they can act as one. And that's it for this one. Super easy. Great using the Joy for these type of projects, these smaller, home decor pieces that you want in your home. I think it's really perfect. And the Joy is so compact that you can cut out as many of these on one roll as you want. For the next fun project, the Cricut Joy also does cutting on cards. I absolutely love this. I think it's so pretty and so nice to have a personalized card that you made, whether you're into like scrapbooking and you like to do that. So the cards are cardstock, and you have different inserts that you can put in, which are usually plastic, and that's what these are. These are two different styles of boxes. And then it also comes with a card mat to put it on. So I'm going to show you how you can make some personalized cards for anyone on any occasion. So the first thing I did is choose insert cards or make cards, and I'm just using these ready to make card templates. It's super easy to be able to choose something that you like and the style, because you get to change it and customize it as well. So what I'm going to do is search graduation. We're upon graduation season, and I thought it would be really fun to show you guys how to make a card. So I choose this one that says "Congrats Smarty Pants," and then I just start making it. It gives you the option for the card size, and there are 3 different card sizes that you can use. This one apparently can only design and cut in one size, so we're just going to choose that one, and then we're going to prep all of our materials. So we have our cardstock material card, and then we have it on the card mat, okay? And then we're going to start making it. So we select the Joy when it comes up on the Bluetooth list. And once you've selected that, it connects to it, and then it gets you the instructions on prepping and loading your card mat. So take the film off of it on the front, and then you just select the card that you're wanting. I'm going to choose this green cardstock card, and then you just put it, there's like a slit right there where you just kind of slide it in, and you just smooth out the top of the card on top, and then you make it, and then you just load it in there when it gets ready to load, and then it just starts cutting. And it's actually really fascinating to watch this thing cut. It goes really fast. Once your Joy is done cutting this card, you remove it till you unload it, and then you just lift up the card. I use like this scraper spatula tool because it's easy to be able to keep the cut pieces down on the top of this card mat. And you just lift it up, and everything that you weed out kind of just sticks to the top of the film, which I find really satisfying, that I don't have to go in and weed everything out, just have to get some little pieces that are out. But this is how it turned out. And then now I'm just going to use one of those like metallic kind of rainbow looking inserts. It also cuts the inserts holes for you at all 4 sides or all 4 corners, and that is how this card turned out. I think it's really adorable. I did this card, and I did another card that just had a bunch of graduation hats on it. Next, we are going to work with some deluxe paper that comes specifically for the Cricut Joy. These are the color and design options that we are working with, and I think that I'm going to pick that kind of polka dotty, confetti, purple and blue one. So for this project, I am using a mat, so I'm just going to put it on my standard grip mat. And then I went to Design Space. Well, this is the Cricut Joy's Design Space, and went to labels and just selected a label that I like and to set it up. And these labels are 100% customizable, so you just change it and you add a line for each one and put the word that you want. And then once you're done with that, you click next, and then you go to select material. And so then when I select the material, it's going to be my deluxe paper. You're just going to scroll down, select that, and select the material load, which is going to be on your mat. Then you connect it with Bluetooth. It shows you directions, instructions on how to load it in, and then it just starts cutting away. Once I finish cutting that, then I just cut it down with my trimmer so I have a smaller area to work with, and I just peel up the label. It is peel and stick, so super easy to be able to handle and stick on. So I just put them on this like organizer. Thought that it would be a really cute and really fun idea to give to a college student, just to have, you know, an extra organization on their desk or something. It doesn't have to say clips, bands, or pens. It can say pens, pencils, erasers, anything like that. I will say though that this paper is a little bit busy for being able to see the words, but it gives you an idea. And next we are using some smart paper sticker cardstock. Yes, say that 10 times fast. Anyways, and then we're also going to use some infusible pens and some gel pens that came with my Joy. So going into Design Studio, I'm just going to search enjoy the little things. I love the phrase, so I decided to choose from two that I really liked. I've used one before, but I wanted to see something else. So basically what I did, once I inserted the image, I selected edit and went to include a shape. So I included a circle to go behind the phrase. Then I just moved it to the back of my searched image and then grouped it together, clicking group. And then, yeah, now it's all one piece. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make that once I have my sizing correct, because with your design space, it will tell you when something is too big. So this is not the Cricut Joy app, this is the Design Space app, which is why the measuring screen looks a little bit different. So then once I was done sizing my images, I wanted to choose some colors. And this, for me, when you do it in Design Space or in the Cricut Joy app, it just shows you what it's going to look like. That way you know what you're getting once you draw it out. So then after I choose all of my colors, then I make sure that the setting is on draw and not cut. So I wanted to draw all of the image, like the wording, and then just cut out the circle. Once you begin to make it, it will prompt you when to use each of the colors and then when to put the blade back in to cut the circle. And yeah, I thought this was really fun to do. And then after I was done with that, I unloaded it, and one of my labels I could color in, so I decided to take that same teal bluish color and color in enjoy in little. So yeah. Now that my labels are ready, I'm going to take this white picture frame from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to take out my favorite image and just put it directly onto this glass. Now, these are also peel and stick paper, so I really love these, and it looks so nice. I just put it on that glass and then put it back inside of the frame, and that is it. You have some really cute shelf table decor for you to put up in your home, or somebody to put up in their dorm room while they are just having the time of their lives. Next, we're doing another home decor piece and making this chipped vase. This one is super easy, you guys, as all of them should be. Then you're just gonna take this glass vase from the Dollar Tree, and then I just painted it using my plaster chalk paint, and I gave it more of a grainy brush finish. Once that was done, I let that dry, and then I went into my Cricut Joy app, search enjoy the little things. So obviously I love that phrase, and then just went through the prompts to make this. I'm using smart vinyl, and I'm not using the mat with it. It's just going to cut on the mat, and yeah, then I just cut that. And once that is done, then I put it onto that vase. And then to spruce up this vase a little bit, I just distress it and sand it down a little bit so I can get some chippy finishes to it. And I really love this. Super easy, maybe one of the easiest, quickest that I have cut out, but I absolutely love this. Next up, we are moving to iron on. So with the Cricut Joy, I have some options on iron on material. So what I first do is go to the Cricut Joy app and go to iron on and infusible ink transfers. I click start designing and choose my design orientation. Personally, I always like landscape. Then I type in makeup because I thought it would be really cute to iron on with the fabric that I have, or the design and color or whatever, for a makeup bag. So I searched makeup and chose this phrase, wake up and makeup. Went to next to select my material, selected smart iron on, loaded it without a mat. And then for all iron-ons, you're making sure that you click that mirror design button. The mirror design has the image be cut on backwards, so that way when you iron it onto your surface, it's the correct way. So I chose this really pretty like pink floral design paper. So once it's ready to get loaded, I cut it down to size just so I can have an easier work area. I just cut the paper in half because my image isn't that big, and then I just put it face down so that way when it gets cut, it is backwards because the mirror design is on, but when I flip it over, it'll be correct side when I look at it. So now that I'm making sure that everything looks good, I cut it down just a little bit more because the image is a little bit smaller, so that way I can have an easier area to work with. And then to weed this, I'm just kind of weeding it backwards, where I just pull it off of that clear film, and then I just start weeding it with my weeding tool, making sure every piece is up that I don't need on this image. And see, voila, with that mirror design image on, or whatever it's called, it is backwards here, as you can see. And then when you flip it over, it'll be the correct way. So this is the cosmetic blank bag that I'm using. Got this from Cricut, and all I'm going to do is just put it where I want it to make sure it looks good. Then I'm going to take my Easy Press 2 that Cricut sent me and get that set up. So all I do is go to the heat guide mat. All I do is go to the heat guide website, and it tells me how much I need to put this on, like how hot, for how long. And all you're going to do is select your material base. So I have the smart iron-on as well as the cotton cosmetic bag, and it gives you those options. There's a drop down list, and you're able to select what you have and what you're using. Once you have that information input, then it'll tell you what you need to put your heat press on. In my case, I had 30 seconds at 320 degrees. Once you input all that information, then it also gives you instructions on how to layer everything down. I'm going to clean off my cosmetic bag, then I'm going to heat it up with my Easy Press for a few seconds, and then place my image down as well as a piece of butcher paper to go on top to protect it. And then once that is done, I have it down 315 for 20 seconds and just hit that. And then once it's done, peel it up lightly. And then for the directions on mine, it says I have to turn it over and do the same thing. And it's still hot, so once I pull it up, when it's cool, then we are good to go. And honestly, sometimes I do have problems with my iron-on like anybody else. I try to, iron it down a little bit more. Because sometimes it does come up. It's not always going to be 100% perfect every time, but that's why we have these tutorials and we practice together, right? So we can all get better together. So as I struggle to pull up the film and make sure everything else stays down, this is going to look great, and I think it'd be so cute to gift to another college student, and just one less thing that they have to worry about when all they need to worry about is their studies. But that is all I have for you guys today. Those are some of just the cool projects and other materials that your Cricut Joy can cut. It can cut a few other things, but these are really cool and easy basics that I wanted to bring to you guys, and I really hope you guys did enjoy it. So if you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be blessed, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.
And I am going to be, so today's video is sponsored by Cricut, and I am going to be talking about, okay. Mwah.